Hello, everyone, and welcome to another Now Open Series video. I'm Nate Went, Tourism and Sales Coordinator for the St. Charles Business Alliance. Also joined here from the Alliance is my coworker, Laura Purdy.
Hi, everyone.
We have a great episode for you today as we're going to be learning about 1221, who is owned by Ryan Bongard here, who's also our city alderman. He's going to be taking us through the business and kind of telling us all about the great things that they're bringing here to St. Charles. So, Ryan, good to see you this morning. How you doing?
Good. I'm doing well. Thanks, Nate. Hi, Laura.
Hi.
Well, good to hear that you're doing good. You know, been a crazy October, so glad that we could get you in here. So before we get to talking about your business, let's talk about you. So can you tell us a little bit about yourself? You know, how long you been in the St. Charles area? What you like to do in St. Charles? Things like that.
Oh boy. So my wife and I,
Reader's Digest version.
yes, just the bullet points. So my wife and I have moved to St. Charles in 2009, and the funny story we tell is that it was the only community that we could agree on that we wanted to move to. So we were married in 2009, moved to St. Charles. We've been here ever since. We have 4 sons since we moved here, and we absolutely love it. There's probably nothing in town that we don't do, whether it's, being at Potawatomi, whether it's shops, restaurants, you name it. We are 24/7, 365 days, a year. We are everything about St. Charles. Don't really get a chance to travel as much thanks to the pandemic, but it's great, being in a community that has so much to offer.
Yeah.
With 4 boys, your wife is going straight to heaven. You know that.
Yes, I believe so. That's what I've been told for sure. And again, it's great being in a community, and that's a huge reason why, from a work standpoint, from a professional standpoint, everything kept pointing back to, if I could get our company and get 1221 to have some roots also in St. Charles, it just became really the perfect fit because, with 4 sons and really having our entire world be here, it just made so much sense.
Yeah, it makes the commute a little bit easier too. So
the 1221, is that an anniversary? Is that
That is a great question. That is actually, all of my sons have 12 or 21 in their birthday, which is really unusual. So when we were coming up with a name, an idea, we wanted, we didn't want to just call it, something Inc. or Corp. We wanted to have something that would have, some personal meaning. And we looked at it like, wow, they've all got, 12, 21, a 20 in there. So that's what we picked. And it worked for us.
Yeah. Well,
so tell us a little bit about what your company does. What's your...
So I had about let's call it 12 years or so of consulting and strategic planning experience, primarily in the education industry. And during that time, we started to come across all these different ideas for businesses. And what kept coming back was this same message that, whether it was a family member, a friend, a colleague, they would say, I think my idea for a company is really good. I just don't have this resource, the time, the space. They just didn't have the runway enough to make their business successful because they had, competing interests or just didn't have time. So it was an idea that I really hung to, and being somebody who has a lot of ideas himself, I'm like, there's got to be a way that we could build a parent holding company that would really shield all of these ideas from risk. And that's where 1221 really started. So whether you have let's start small, like a snow plowing business, a dry cleaner, a restaurant, a consulting agency, you name it, if you can build that business, you want to be able to have an infrastructure in place that allows you to figure out what you don't know and provide that support. So that's really what 1221 started. And we have at current 4 full-time operating brands. They are in the let's call it consulting space, strategic planning space. We have a talent and acquisition headhunting brand. We just took over a athletic complex. So the idea for 1221 as we're doing this is to have this really diverse portfolio of smaller companies, brands that all operate independently from one another. So for example, our talent acquisition headhunting team, they have no idea that we have a consulting agency over here. From their perspective, they're over here on a different agency, and that's been the idea, is to build this portfolio, or this portfolio of companies and brands that really is separate from one another, but is sharing resources and really protected. So if one brand or one thing doesn't go quite as well, which we know happens in business, you're okay. You have this nice long runway. You have this insulation, and hopefully as time goes on, we continue to expand and add some creative, innovative projects and brands into that portfolio.
So in layman's terms, Ryan, you're a talent acquisition for corporate level, high level talent.
That's one of them.
One of them.
1221 in the most generic of terms is a holding company. That's what we do. We have a series of smaller companies and brands, and our office in 1221 office in St. Charles is the new headquarters for that. So
Gotcha.
Right. So we have these smaller brands and companies that are scattered throughout, but our new roots that we're planning in St. Charles are going to be our quote unquote corporate headquarters.
Gotcha. And for those who don't know, he is you're kind of above Alter, aren't you?
I am literally directly above let's call it the outdoor garden space. So at 4 o'clock every day when that music fires up, that's typically my time to start winding down, because I will get distracted very quickly. But it's awesome. It's such a good place to be, because the energy and the people down there, it makes us up here in our office more, there's more life here as well.
Yeah, more vibrant.
Yes.
Yeah, good vibe down there.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So, if anyone's looking to, get some information on ways to connect with you guys or kind of learn more about your guys' business, what are the best ways to do that?
The two best ways are, you can go to 1221.net, which is the company website, or you can go directly to our LinkedIn page, and you can message us there. The exciting thing for 1221 is we are building, obviously a new office, but we are building a new team here in this space. So we have a ton of openings at every level, from entry level folks, mid-level department heads, all the way up to what I would call leadership level. We really wanted to make this new space an opportunity to bring in some fresh perspective, new energy. So for people in really the Fox Valley area who might be interested in learning more, go to the website, go to LinkedIn, check this out, because there's a lot that we're looking to add.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
All right.
So yeah, that'll about wrap up all the questions that we have for you, Ryan. Is there anything that you'd like anything that you'd like to say to the St. Charles community before we wrap up here?
Have a wonderful, I guess I would start of the fall holiday season, because it's going to be a fun one.
Perfect.
Right.
Well, yeah, there's gonna be a lot coming, so make sure to come check out 1221, see all the great things that they have going on. Also, for people, next month we'll have holiday homecoming down the line, so make sure to check that out if you want to be part of that. But that'll wrap up our Now Open series here. So until our next video, we hope that everyone stays safe, stays healthy. We'll see you all next time.